Hi everyone, I'm Marcus Harun. A very busy night with 15 candidates running for president in the Republican Party in two separate debates that lasted over 5 hours long. There are candidates who stood out, some who didn't. There were fireworks, there were punches, there were attacks, there were some missed attacks, and believe me, there were some awkward moments. Tons going on throughout this time, starting off with the first debate with four candidates, Pataki, Santorum, Jindal, and Graham, and this was the Lindsey Graham show. This was Lindsey Graham like we never saw him before, going on the attack, being loud, being bold, trying to go out there and really get into nearly everyone's question. And the first thing that he said, in his first sentence, he essentially brought up ISIS and he brought up how we would fight terrorists, very often bringing everything back to foreign policy on a regular basis. Even when talking about gay marriage, he brought it back to foreign policy. So he was out there trying to gain a lot of time, trying to get out of the lower card debate and try to be on the big stage like everyone wants to be in the primetime debate. And we'll have to see if polls reflect that. He went up against Santorum on immigration, and it was a very big battle, like we saw battles between him and others, and he had a lot of audience support over time throughout the debate. Nearly everything he said got applause or laughs, like one of the lines where he said that if he's elected, one of the first things he's going to do is start drinking more alcohol as president. So a lot of support there, and two big issues that were brought up in that debate were Planned Parenthood and the Supreme Court. Those also came up in the primetime debate with Donald Trump, where everyone was watching. Views were huge online, and I assume they were very big on TV too. The last debate was the biggest debate with the biggest viewership on cable ever of any presidential debate in the past, and this one may have surpassed that. We'll just have to see. There were attacks between candidates. There were some attacks where they decided not to go on the attack and they just stuck to the policy, and we'll have to see if people went one way or the other with that. Three candidates, according to data from about the first half, that spoke most. Number one, big surprise, Donald Trump. Carly Fiorina, number two, and Jeb Bush, number three. Now, these three went back and forth between each other and then with other candidates. So starting off at the very beginning, Trump said that he might not go on the attack. He tried to defend himself more in this debate, but his first line, he ends up going after Rand Paul, saying that he shouldn't even be on this stage. He said Rand Paul had even less than 1% of support, saying that he shouldn't even be there. So you see, he went after other candidates. One of the first questions that was asked was about whether or not Donald Trump should be trusted with the nuclear codes. So you saw the direction that CNN was going with that. Between Trump and Fiorina, we had some back and forth. Fiorina brought up on the Iran deal, saying that on the first day that she gets elected, she would call the supreme leader and tell him that the United States need to be able to have the ability to go into all of their nuclear facilities and check everything out to make sure they're not building a bomb. And she would also call what she said was her friend, the leader of Israel, and tell him that we've got his back as in terms of the United States. So she brought up some of her policies, since she is the only candidate that got out of the lower card debate into the big debate in this stage today. That's why there are 11 candidates in a very crowded stage today. Everyone really just tried to get in something somewhere anytime they had the chance, other than the main candidates that CNN appeared to be focusing on or that really took over: Trump, Fiorina, and Bush. Others, whenever they got to speak, they tried to say as much as they could, because with 11 people on the stage, even though it went on for 3 hours, it was hard to capture attention or really be able to keep that. Other things, so as I just said, Trump and Fiorina getting a lot of the attention there, then Bush attacking Trump, going after him, calling him out on the stage, saying that he tried to get a casino in Florida and it didn't end up working out, and then Trump said that that wasn't true, trying to really just say that that wasn't even true at all. That will need to be fact-checked, and many of these things, many things throughout the 5 hours will need to be fact-checked, so we'll see how these things go. This is just initial reaction, and we do have to add in Chris Christie saying in the debate there was too much Trump and too much Fiorina. How about everyone else? And I think that some people might think that, well, some might have tuned in because of the Trump and Fiorina back and forth. So we're going to have to see what other big moments everyone else thought. And these are just first reaction to this debate, and we'll see how things go on moving forward. I'm Marcus Harun. Thanks for watching.